Hey everybody,
Pre-screen.
welcome to the POS Podcast. It's episode 175. We're 25 away from 200.
Wow,
Yeah,
25 away from
we'll
200
we'll, we'll hit it next year.
next year. Nice.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's just two of us tonight, me and Jax.
Yeah, because like Tom's a bitch and Saber's a bitch, and then Hero, he actually is a stand-up citizen with a job and actually does something with his life. So, yeah. So, well, back in my day, I worked 15 hours. I just love doing that now. So that fucking grandpa clip from Rugrats, I
Yeah,
just love going up to every one of like my relatives that is fucking born in the 2000s
your
and just
your
talking
Zoomer
about it.
relatives.
Like, back in my day, we were happy to have Pokemon. And we had to go all the way to the store walking 15 miles. What do? Go on your little tilly dads and cucumbers or whatever the fuck they're called. The little twinkling twats. Back in my day. No,
Oh.
I don't
Um,
know.
but yeah, we have a lot to talk about, surprisingly, because there was
Yeah.
Comic-Con, so there was a bunch of trailers and stuff.
Hmm.
There's also a bunch of movies and shows. So
Yeah.
we'll talk
Yeah.
about those. But first, Jax, what have you been doing?
I have been working. I have just been doing some stuff. I actually, for YouTube, I had like this breakthrough in my brain where I was just like, fuck it, I'm gonna do videos I want to do. So I have like five big script videos that like sort of like my TMNT one, but not to the same length. And of course I have my
Hmm.
Mega Spider-Man video, but I also have like a couple other ones that I'm working on. And I was just like, these are making me happy. I'm just gonna do it. And I watched this video by Super Eye Patch Wolf on like that stuff, and it just like completely just went, yeah, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna do YouTube I want to do. Fuck you, algorithm. You do what you want to do. I'll get what I want to do. So I just started doing that, and then like every week I'll like upload. Every 7 days I'll just do an easy video for like a filler video, and I started calling them, "This is my filler video. I hope you enjoy it, but it will give you something of quality." So yeah, that's fun. But besides that, what else have I been doing? I just found out Primal was on HBO Max because I
Yeah.
fucked up. I fucked up because I thought like I saw season two, but I didn't realize that all of season one was on there because like I remember like it was split into two halves. I forgot that there was like the first 5 episodes and then the second 5 episodes. I thought the Plague of Madness episode was like in season two, but I didn't realize that. So like now it's on there. I'm gonna watch that like later on.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's all I've been doing. Just work stuff. How about you? What you been doing?
Um, Dealing with like some doctor stuff and all that.
Mm.
Trying to take care of myself. Um,
Mm.
and then I watched a bunch of movies over the weekend. Because I
Mhm.
trying to think of the last time I've done that where I've watched like three movies in a weekend, like theatrically. Um,
Right.
because I think the last time I did something like because on Friday I watched Paws of Fury and DC League of SuperPets in the same day.
Oh
I
yeah.
think the last time I did that of like watching two theatrical movies in the same day was when I watched Strange Magic and Paddington in the same day.
Oh yeah. I think like I had a day. I the last day I like went to the theater like multiple times. I think it was like in 2018 because the first day I was still doing my Spider-Verse thing where I watched it like almost like AC Race Best levels, and I was like watching it. I took my friend to see that. Then after that I took him to see Bumblebee, and
Uh,
then after that I saw Aquaman. So I was like, that was like three movies in one day, and I was just like,
oh
oh,
wow.
okay. And then like, well, it was funny. Like it was like the quality just started going down steadily. So it's just like,
It's like, oh
oh
yeah,
man,
Spider Verse. Oh yeah, Bumblebee.
oh
Aquaman.
Aquaman. Yeah, it's fun. I guess. Whatever. Yeah, it was good. Yeah, that's
I've also
good.
been catching up with DC Superhero Girls because I found out on Cartoon Network's website they have like season two just on there. But
Is it on HBO Max yet?
I don't think I think like most like all of season one is on Netflix. Um,
Oh yeah, yeah. I need to watch more of that because like I only watched it in spurts when we were. I think it was like was it either HomoCon or something else where like we were
it was
watching it.
one of the gatherings we had.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because I remember I was like Supergirl is my wife. Okay, that's what I said, and then that's how I remembered it. But yeah, I really enjoyed that show, so I definitely need to catch up on it.
Yeah, I like what
Yeah.
Author Chiro says. Like Maria Menounos is now on my shit list because yeah, that you know how they have that like that pre-show before a movie.
Oh
Where it's
yeah.
yeah they had Maria Menounos in that the Nuvi thing or whatever.
Uh-huh.
And she was doing an interview with some TikToker guy. And
Mm-hmm.
she has this laugh, and it's very annoying. I had
Oh,
never heard
okay.
her laugh before. I was like, oh god, like.
Oh God,
It was like,
yeah. Oh,
it was like that kind of laugh. And I'm like,
oh,
oh my god.
like a Fran Drescher.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. Uh,
It was worse than
oh,
French Drescher.
oh, okay. Jeez. Oh, that's sad, but oh well. I mean, hopefully. Oh yeah. Also, quick question. I know we're gonna get into it soon. Did your DC superhero pets have a short before the
It
movie?
did not.
Okay, yeah, mine didn't either, and I heard like a rumor, like Ryan messaged me asking me if mine did, and I was like, was that a thing that I missed? And I guess
Yeah, because
not.
I saw Animat talking about it on Twitter as well, saying that like he thought it was just a Canadian thing where it didn't have the Looney Tunes short, but apparently it's everywhere. Even though
Yeah, I guess so.
even though
Yeah,
they said there would be a Looney Tunes short, so
yeah,
I
I
don't
guess
know.
so. I have no idea. The Rock
The
was
Paws of
just like,
Fury
get
had
that
that
shit
weird
out of
Big
here.
Nate short, and that was really awful. I'll talk about it when
I have no idea what that is, but I heard Sarah like talking about it. She was just like, I don't know, whatever the fuck that was. And so I'm just like, oh god. See, okay, I'm curious about that Big Nate short.
All
So
right. So
okay,
I guess
yeah,
we'll go ahead and get started with the
let's get into the
topics.
show because I
So
need to hear about this Big
yeah,
Nate short.
if you want to ask us questions, you can either send in a super chat or ask us on Twitter with our Twitter handles there, POS Dinner and Jack's Blade Fitness. So let's start with some movies. The first one
Hmm.
being Paws of Fury: The Legend of Hank, which I
Okay, how
saw.
was this?
Yeah, I saw on Friday. It had been out for like a week or so. But
Okay.
yeah, I saw because this is a movie that was in development hell for a very very long time.
Oh, okay.
Because before it was called Blazing Samurai, and
Hmm.
it is basically an animated version of Blazing Saddles. Um,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, I love Blazing Saddles, so that's great.
So it does have some of that kind of humor in it, where it has like
Well,
some
is
very
that racist?
no. Well,
Okay.
well, it is like kind of like because like it's a world of cats, or it's an
Hmm.
island of cats, and
Uh-huh.
they say like no dogs allowed, and there's this dog that comes there, that wants to be a samurai.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So there's this lord over the land, and he doesn't like this town, and
Right.
he wants this town off the map. So he's like, I gotta do something about this, and like they lost their samurai. Um,
Right.
so it's like, oh, I'll get this prisoner that we got, that's a dog, and send him there, and they'll kill him because like all cats hate dogs. So
Okay.
and so if that happens, if like they kill somebody, I have an excuse to like wipe out the town.
Okay. Oh,
um,
nice.
so yeah, and there's a lot of meta humor in it that's kind of like it was with like Blazing Saddles, which
Okay.
was pretty fun. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. From
Oh,
the
okay.
impressions I had been getting from people, because the impressions I've been getting from people is that like this is a horrible movie, but it really
Right.
wasn't. But it wasn't really that great either. It wasn't as good as it could have been, being like a parody of Blazing Saddles, or I guess like an
Okay.
animated version of Blazing Saddles.
Okay, was it good for the kiddies, I guess, then?
Um,
Like if they watch it, like if you had like a little if you had to babysit and you put that on, would they be like, "Oh yeah," or would they be like, "That was a
I
dumb
I
movie."
I guess so. Um,
Okay. Because
but
I'm
yeah,
surprised a lot of kids these days actually have like, dare I say, taste. Where it's just
yeah,
like if
yeah.
something is just like, oh wow, this is kind of dumb. I don't want to watch this. But if like you put on something good, it's just like, oh, okay, yeah, I can see the ramifications of what was going on. So like, it's just like,
Yeah, like
hmm,
there are some jokes that I did laugh at, but there was nothing that like I really laughed at. Because like I
hmm,
smiled at some jokes, but it wasn't like, because we'll get to DC League of Superhero Pets, because I saw that in the same day and I actually laughed at that more. Um,
right, yeah, yeah, same. I laughed at
but for
that
this,
hard.
I thought I was like, oh, that's kind of clever with what they're doing here, and I liked, Samuel L. Jackson's character as Jimbo, the one samurai that's training the dog.
Right.
But overall, like I think it could have been better. I think it definitely suffered from being in development hell for so long.
Uh-huh. Okay. Well, that's good.
But
So tell me all about this Nate short.
the Big Nate short, yeah.
Yes,
So the
please
Big
tell me
Nate
all
short,
about
like if you
this.
haven't seen Big Nate, it's a series that's on Paramount Plus and on Nickelodeon. Um, and it's in this sort of like 3D style and everything. And the weird thing is that if you see the Big Nate and like the trailer for that show, and it's like, oh, this looks kind of like Captain Underpants, kind of
Right.
the way it's the style is. Um,
Right.
but what this short does is that they all like have this big thing of ice cream that they make homemade. And then they
Okay.
go into an ice cream coma and they have a dream. And the dream looks like Angela Anaconda. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
Like
Mm-hmm.
when I saw this, I was like, oh, that's why people hate this short.
Right.
Because like it
Okay.
goes places like they dream about like a pet hamster that gets all big, and they find out that the hamster's a girl, and it starts pooping out like little hamster babies.
Oh, it starts put.
And-
Oh
yeah,
God.
it's like I said, this is all in the Angela Anaconda style. And I was like,
Oh
oh no, this is gonna
God.
be another like Digimon divorce story.
Oh, probably. Probably. Oh God. No.
Yeah, so
That.
yeah, oh man, yeah, that short was awful.
Okay, so it pretty much was just shit like that.
Yeah.
Oh, oof, oof. That's terrible. That is. God. Oh wow.
But yeah, maybe that's why how come like either people are being a bit harder on Paws of Fury or lenient on it, because like I'm being pretty lenient on it because man, that short was really bad.
Yeah. That short seems terrible from what I'm hearing. Just ugh,
Um, but yeah,
ugh.
it's not doing too well in the box office, Paws of Fury. So
Oh, I wonder
yeah,
why.
it definitely should have been something that was. I think Saber said in his quick review that like it should have been something that went straight to streaming, especially like nowadays.
Right. Uh-huh. Yeah, especially like with the stuff they've been putting on streaming. Like if you put like something like Turning Red on streaming and then you make someone go to the theater to see this, it's just like,
Yeah.
mm.
All right.
Oh, wow.
Then the next movie I saw the same day, DC League of Superhero Pets, which
Yes.
you also saw.
Yes, I did see. I thought I went into this movie with absolutely zero expectations.
Yeah,
That
same.
is what I went into. I was just like, I have to see this because it's DC and it's animated and it's in the theater. So I was like, that was all. I was like, I'll go watch this fucking movie. But besides that, like when I watched it, I was just like, it's all right. It's just chill, okay, like that. It's just I'm having a decent time. And
Yeah.
I really like this version of Superman. Like I'm just like, wow, it's nice to see a Superman who actually is a kind, caring guy and wants to just help people out and not like
Yeah.
all emo and shit like that. I was just like, okay, that's great. That generally made me happy. Crypto, the whole stuff with him, I was like, well, the origin's different from the cartoon and then the other I mean, then the comics and all that stuff. But I'm like, okay, I guess they gotta streamline it for this. And so, like, for the most part, I'm just like watching the movie. I'm like, yeah, it's fine. And then that fucking evil guinea pig shows up. And
Yeah.
then that evil guinea pig that she starts making me like laugh just because Kate McKinnon's just like really great. She's like saying all this smug asshole stuff, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
oh my god. It was just like, okay, whatever. And then I was like, okay, that made me chuckle. And then the biggest laugh I ever had was when this damn turtle out of nowhere like just is just like okay guys, let me go and check this. And then like all of a sudden they turn around and the people the other pets are like, hey, you need to do this, hey. And then the turtle's like, hold on, oh, I can't see shit. And then the
Yeah.
turtle literally says, I can't see shit. And they censored it. And I like, I was like, wait, what the fuck did I just hear? And I fucking laughed so hard in that theater because I was like, did I just hear this? Did I just fucking hear this? And then I was like, because what made that so fucking hilarious to me is because like every time you watch these like kiddie shows, they always
Yeah,
use like other sound effects like honking noises or whatever and all this stuff, and it's just like okay,
right.
whatever. After a while, that gets old, but like it straight up pulled the Arthur PBS Kids thing of using an
Yeah.
actual censor bleep for them to say this. That shit destroyed me because I was just
It's
not
like this
expecting it.
turtle wandered in from a different movie.
No, really, it was like it came in from like fucking like Sausage Party or something. It was just like that because it's just like, what the fuck is this? And so like I'm just like, wow, that was funny. And then like the second time happens, and then like they get their powers, and the turtle's like, I still can't see shit. And I'm just like, did they seriously do this again? And then I had to check like, what is this film rated? Like, what is this rated? And then like I'm just like laughing my ass off. Like I'm laughing like
Yeah,
very
because
violently
it
loud.
doesn't happen for a while, and then
Right.
in the middle of the movie, like she is like, oh, go this place, and she's like, okay, and then she like goes to this like farm or whatever, in
Yeah.
this field. She's like, where the fuck am I?
Yeah, where the fuck am I? She says, "Where the fuck am I?" She says, "Where
They
the
say
fuck am I?"
fuck.
Like,
They say
she
fuck.
bleeps it out.
It's
She literally
bleeped out, but they say fuck.
yeah. And so like you know what she's saying, and there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And that was fucking hilarious to me. That I was like fucking cackling up a storm because I literally thought this was just a simple G-rated movie. I don't think I've ever watched like a PG. No, I've never watched like a kids movie like this where they use actual censor bleeps for the thing like it's fucking South Park. So like that destroyed me. So like the rest of the film, I was just like watching. I'm like, oh god, this is funny. But yeah, like I was just like, I would say overall the film was just kind of average. I did think it was a bit weird that like Ace had superpowers when before he's never had superpowers before.
Yeah,
He's like the Bat Dogs, but like everything else, like I thought it was just fine. But that turtle cracked me up. Like
yeah.
in the original theatrical trailers, this she straight up unsent. I need to see that then. I need to watch that where she says, "Where the fuck am I? Where the fuck am I? What?
um,
Oh man.
but yeah, they also have like this version of the Justice League in here. When like Superman teams up with them after like first fighting like Lex Luthor in the beginning.
Right.
And it's like I have one thing you don't, friends. And he's like he has all his superhero friends there. I was surprised they used Jessica Cruz
Yeah,
for
yeah. They use
Green
that for
Lantern.
Green
Yeah,
Lantern
because like
instead of like
I've
John Stewart or Hal Jordan.
yeah, because like I'm familiar with her now because I've been watching DC Superhero Girls, and she's in that. Though she's quite different in this.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And she was also in the they did a Justice League animated oh whatchamacallit, animated movie based on the DCAU Justice League, and she was the main Green Lantern in that too. So it was like they're just
Hmm.
bringing her back for everything. So I was like, oh, okay, shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, damn,
Um,
so good.
the way the way Cyborg looks though.
I hate Cyborg's
Yeah,
design. I
yeah,
fucking hate it. It's just like either make him bald or give him like a fucking like like a low cut. A low
right.
cut. Like I don't know why the fuck they were like, oh, Afro. I know the 70s version has a bit of that, but like if you look at that version, it looks comparable. This one, I did not like his design. Like even like Batman's design made me laugh just because like Keanu Reeves' voice coming out of it was just like I so cannot do this. Like, you know, it's just like I'm so gonna freak out, and
Yeah.
stuff like that. Like, I just thought it'd be. I thought that was hilarious. I thought that was hilarious. Rex's story made me feel sad. Or Ace's story made me feel sad. Where I was just like,
Yeah.
oh man, like he got all heartfelt there. And then I think Dwayne Johnson was great as Crypto. I thought that was funny. Like he did a
Yeah.
pretty damn good job.
I
But
was very surprised by Kevin Hart's performance in this. Is like he doesn't sound much like Kevin Hart. Like he
right,
sounds like Kevin
he's
Hart,
not
but
yelling.
he's not doing his Kevin Hart isms.
Right. He's not doing his freaking like thing. He's just very much just like I'm just Kevin Hart. I'm doing my thing. I'm just very melancholy. Because the thing with Kevin Hart, I forget what it was. He did that Netflix. I think it was movie or show with Wesley Snipes. And apparently he was
Mm.
really good. And like Kevin Hart is surprisingly good at being a serious actor, but it's like a lot of comedians, I guess, are really good at being serious just because a lot of the best comedy comes from tragedy. So I guess that works. So yeah, he did really good as Ace. The pig, I thought the pig was cute. Squirrel was fine. Turtle's probably like my favorite just because she made me laugh the hardest. And yeah, like I thought it overall the villain stuff. Who played Lex Luthor in this?
I forgot his name. I forgot the actor's name.
Okay, he was funny.
Yeah. But I find it funny that like there's one thing that this has in common with the bad guys. Actually there might be more. But
Oh yeah.
yeah, evil guinea pigs.
hmm You said the what?
The bad guys. Like
Oh yeah. I remember
yeah,
that.
evil guinea pigs is like
Oh yeah, exactly.
I'm surprised that
Evil
happened twice in the same year. Yeah.
Oh yeah, exactly. You could do that freaking Phineas and Ferb meme. Like it's just like
Yeah.
a good amount of movies I've seen with the evil guinea pig. Like I mean, it's crazy it happened twice, but still, it's just like, damn. Yeah, but overall, I would say this was it was surprisingly fun film. Like I wouldn't say it's like a great film or anything like that. Like, but I would say it was fun. The ending though, like with the fucking like the stuff they did at the ending, I'm like, of course he had to throw that in there because I was like, this is The Rock's freaking production company, so I was like, of course.
Hmm.
All
All
had
right.
2 stingers.
What was the other stinger?
The other stinger was Black Adam shows up,
Oh.
and like what happens is Black Adam shows up with his dog. And his dog is talking to Crypto, and they're both voiced by The Rock, of course. And so he's just like, well, you see, I'm an anti-hero, and that means I'm just so much better than you because I can do what I want. And then Crypto's like, I don't get how that's any different from a villain. It's like, no, because blah, blah, blah. And then they just get into an argument, and then like he chucks something and he flies away. But yeah, like people are getting mad at The Rock because of his ego or something like that, because they said like he wants to make, because on his Twitter he posted, not Twitter, he posted on Instagram, he wants to do a Black Adam DC universe, and he was like, I want a Superman, Black Adam versus Superman fight, because this is going to be the best fight that you've ever seen in any movie and stuff like that. And so like people were like, his ego is going to ruin the DCEU. Shit like this.
Can you ruin the DCE?
I mean, no. They gave us King Shark in
Yeah.
live action. That's what I'll give them. That's what King Shark and Peacemaker.
All right. Next movie. Let's talk about Nope. And we'll probably do a spoilers thing for this because it gets weird. But yeah, Nope. I haven't seen Us. I need to still see Us. But I have seen.
Well, you can see us right now. We're on stream.
Shut up.
We can do this. Get out. You should have said get out. Nope. Fucking shit. Okay, what's his next movie gonna be?
Yep.
It's just like,
yep.
Get out.
It'll have Big Macintosh in it.
Yeah, it's just like or it's like, come in. Get out, come in. Us, them. But there's already a film called Them. Whatever. It's just like, what is this fucking movie? Oh god,
Yeah,
that is
so as far as like how to talk about this without spoiling it,
I mean, the trailer gives away a good chunk of it too.
It does, but it doesn't give away completely like what is going on. Though if you've seen the trailers, you can kind of piece it together.
No, exactly.
Yeah. But with this movie, I still think like Jordan Peele's really good at tension.
No, he is. Yeah. He's the master of that, because he was talking about the thing that you should get nailed in video in horror movies is terror. Like the anticipation, the tension that's building up, because you don't know what is coming. Like, for instance, he was talking about, he did an entire interview where he's talking about the tension of certain stuff, like you remember in Jaws, before you ever saw the shark, like it was just like, we all know what a shark looks like, but when you didn't see it, it was just like this force grabbing people and sucking them in. That's terrifying. That's horrifying. And then when it finally shows up, it's like, okay, whatever. And then every time there's one of these type of movies, you always feel relief once you see what the creature is, because it's just like it's tangible now. You got a visual on it. Like before, your imagination was making it the worst thing possible. You're like, what's going on here? What's happening? And so I think that he definitely nails the tension of what was going on, because there were like parts where I was just like, oh fuck, and then like the stuff they show with like the monkey in the trailer, I'm just like, that could be a movie in itself. Like fuck.
Right. Like that whole sequence there was like, oh man.
It made me scared of fucking Curious George. Fucking
yeah, when that was going on, I leaned over to my dad and I was like, is this the Planet of the Apes movie?
Right, no, exactly. Caesar. I mean, that ape did look really good.
Yeah,
the CGI ape did looked phenomenal. So yeah, that was entire thing. But like overall, when we get to like what's going on, I will say that did take me by surprise. Also, if you have a certain fetish, you'll love this movie. That's all I'm gonna say. That's what I'll say.
But yeah, there's a lot of points in like the first half of the movie where he definitely uses the darkness of like of nighttime to just like build up a lot of tension. Like
exactly.
whenever they're outside, I'm like, God, get the fuck back inside. Like,
yeah, I'm just like, why are you out in this fucking place?
It's like
this?
I know you have to handle horses and stuff, but I mean, but get back inside.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just like, yeah, no, why are you out at this time? And then like when you see like what the things like what's going on, like what the antagonists are doing and stuff like that, it's just like, oh shit. And then like poor Invincible, like his like whole story, like he's just been in a lot of stuff recently. He's freaking in like fucking
I guess like ever since he stopped being in The Walking Dead, he's like, I'm gonna do.
He was like, I'm gonna be doing quality stuff now. But yeah, he was great. I thought he was great in this movie.
Yeah.
When we get to spoilers, I'll ask something because like I guess I missed it when I was watching the film. But like overall, I think this was a fun film. Very interesting. There are some issues I'm like, oh, that could have been a little better. But overall, I think like if you're just interested in like one of these type of Jordan Peele movies, I would say, let me see. Comparatively to Us and Get Out, like Get Out is still his best. That's his magnum opus. Us, I think Us had an interesting premise, but realistically, there's a bunch of stuff where they try to explain at the end that just like, well, if that happened here,
that's what I've heard about Us. Like I've heard about that Us is like the hardest to follow.
No, exactly. The thing with Us is that if you really sit and think about it, there's a lot of stuff that goes like, wait, how did this happen then? Versus like Get Out and this movie, it's like you can track it. You can pretty much track what's going on. It's just like, oh yeah, I can do this. So yeah. Like overall, I'd say if you're interested, definitely check it out. It's worth it. Definitely worth it with like a crowd of people so that you can see them get freaked the fuck out. So
yeah. But yeah, it was great to see with a crowd.
Yeah. I was freaking out, dude. I was like, I need to stop getting fucking movie tickets in D-Box because I was like, why did I do this to myself? But like, it's just anxiety inducing. Like, I don't know why. Like, I've just become so like conditioned to get everything in D-Box, and I know it's just like
I gotta ask you because with the trailers that showed before this movie, because there was a few horror movie trailers. Did you see the one that was called I don't know if it was the name of the movie or it was just like one of the slogans, or it might have been the name of the movie. It was like what makes you smile or whatever.
With the one with the girl's head.
yeah. So when that happened in that trailer, my audience just laughed.
No, that shit. I was like, no, because that actually sold me on the fucking movie. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna watch this shit because it was like Smile or some shit like that. Yeah. And then like when that last scene happens with the woman at the car, I was like, oh shit, that's good. That's all right. You sold me. I'm watching this shit. All right, what is it? When this come out? Yeah. Oh god.
But yeah, my audience just laughed. I'm also excited to see that Beast movie with Idris Elba. I love like killer animal movies. So
no, yeah, same. Like what was the last good killer animal? I guess they're always sharks.
I would say The Shallows. The Shallows was
Shallows are just phenomenal. It's just like
but 47 Meters Down was also pretty good too.
See, it's just sharks.
But I think the Shallows was better.
Yeah, because it's just sharks are easy to use. So yeah, they should do another crocodile movie.
Oh,
Or
Crawl.
Anaconda.
Crawl was really.
Oh yeah,
good.
Crawl. Crawl was.
Yeah.
But did that come out before or after the Shallows?
It came after. It came out in
Yeah.
2019.
The Crawl was great.
Yeah.
Crawl fucked me up.
All right, so we'll go into spoilers for Nope.
Yeah. All right.
So the whole big thing about Nope, and you can basically gather it from the trailer, is like, oh yeah, it's aliens.
Right.
Or it's an alien. Because
it's an alien.
Because when you see the ship or whatever, Daniel Kaluuya, he looks at the ship, and it is like going fast. There's like these lights or whatever that are in it. But throughout the course of the movie, you see it like it's eating horses or whatever, or it's taking horses.
It's eating horses. Yeah. It's like a fucking evil space jellyfish.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they realize, oh shit, this is an animal. It's not like a ship. It's like an animal eating things.
Right. And then so did Stephen Ewan find out that it was an animal eating? Because I think I went to the bathroom during this or something like that. Because he was doing
so that's funny.
Right. Yes. I don't remember if they talked about it or not. But
I'll have to watch the movie again to like figure it out.
Yeah, exactly. Because you know what? I'll say this. I felt so fucking bad for that woman who got mauled by a chimp.
Yeah.
And then I felt so fucking horrible for her. Because first off, if you've seen the trailer, there's this woman who has no lips. So she was very much she is a mirror image of not a mirror image, but insert for that woman who years ago who was on Oprah who got attacked by a chimp. She even has the exact same hat on with the veil that covers her face. And so this woman,
that's probably what they're referencing.
Exactly. That's what I mean.
With that whole chimp story that's in this.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. That's what they're referencing. And this woman, she's just mauled. She was a little girl at the time, and then she got mauled. And then she goes to visit her friend at the place, and it's just oh yeah, that's my old crush I used to have, and she's wearing her veil and stuff like that. And then she looks up, and then the fucking thing decides wartime and shit like that. And I was just what the fuck is going on? And so I was just all those people just got sucked up. And I was just oh fuck, dude. I felt so bad for her specifically, just because she's just out vibing with a friend. But then I was so how did he figure out that he could feed this thing horses? And then why didn't it attack people before who were looking at it? So did it have a thing how do jellyfish hunt, Paleo? Because that's how I thought of this thing.
Well, things kind of just they kind of drift around. They don't have a brain. It's just a nerve net. They don't even have any eyes. So this thing is more oh, it's just something that we can't comprehend or whatever.
Okay.
But yeah, that whole scene with it eating all of the audience and whatever, I was oh, that's creepy. The way that's
it's horrible because they're slowly being dissolved, and you hear them later on when it's when
over,
it's over,
it's over the house.
Burning!
Yeah, it's over the house, and the stuff is falling down on the house.
Right. And they're oh, we're burning. It burns. It burns. You hear them inside being slowly dissolved. And it's just oh, that's horrifying. That is really, really fucked up and horrifying, when you think about it. Because I was just oh, and then early on, I knew why they wanted to get a picture of it, but my ass was just we need to kill this fucking thing. We need to kill it. Why are we trying to get a video? Let's fucking kill this thing. And they're just oh no, we got to get a video of it and send it this so we can make a bunch of money. And I'm just we can make money off its fucking corpse. Okay, let's take a picture. Kill that. Fuck. And then that one dude who was a master photographer, and he was you see, this thing, I just need to get a perfect picture. And then at the end, why did he let himself get eaten? Did he want to film inside of it?
Oh, I think it was just insane.
Okay. I was wondering if he wanted to film the inside of what the creature was, but I don't know. And I was oh shit, that was nuts. That whole scene where he got eaten, I was just as soon as I saw that, I was just what the fuck is going on? And then also that one guy who worked at the Best Buy or whatever they were working at,
Angel,
like he
yeah,
cracked me up. Yeah, he cracked me up. I was like, I thought he was gonna annoy me, but he cracked me up.
yeah.
Hmm. They did mention the hikers have disappeared 6 months ago. Okay, I
Oh yeah,
guess.
yeah. So that's when Keith David in the beginning he died. So
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, because the thing like it farted on him.
yeah,
It just fucking killed his ass. That was yeah, that was. That's this movie. This movie was just fascinating.
yeah.
I'll just
I
say, like, the Akira slide was in live action.
yeah, yeah.
They
I
used
was
the
saying like
Akira.
probably the most like terrifying part that kind of like stuck with me after seeing it was just the whole chimp scene. Uh,
No, the chimp scene was fucking.
yeah,
That could be a movie in its own right.
yeah. Because the flashback of like the chimp like killing everybody on the set. Um,
Right. It's just like, okay, so something I get what the balloon popped and it set it off, and then
yeah,
like it like attacked that guy. And they attacked. I felt bad for the guy because he was just trying to get off the thing, and I'm just
right.
like, why are you still on the set? Like, run away! Like as soon as it was mauling that one girl, I was just like, oh god, like that was. Wait. So was the one that the chimp like was eating? Was that the girl we saw later then,
I
or
don't
was
know.
that
I don't know
the
if it was
mom,
that girl or was that a different or
the actress?
it might have been the smaller actress. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah,
I,
yeah, that chimp, because like when you see the like the chimp like look at the camera
mm.
in the movie, it's like, oh shit, like
Right, no, exactly. Like
yeah,
you realize how fucked you would be if that actually like you were in that scenario. Like it's just like,
yeah,
yo, chill Caesar. Chill Caesar.
yeah.
Please don't. Because it's just oh god. Like that was so genuinely disturbing. But I was just like, so the premise was Stephen Yoon wanted he used that torment as
Yeah.
money grab. And
And
then like
I guess like because I saw it in the Double Toaster review how they said that they think like he sort of felt like he had control over like animals like that or something because like he had a bond with the chimp with like doing the fist bump thing. Um
oh
uh
shit.
so
Till it got shot in the head.
what?
Till it
Oh
got shot in the head.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I
this
don't
shit
know if like
was
he thought he could like control something
control the
like that.
monster. Well, yeah,
Yeah.
wasn't he feeding it horses?
Yeah.
Oh man. Okay, so I see. I missed. I guess I went to the bathroom during this point, or where they explained that. Oh, I was feeding it horses because all I knew is like when I came back, he was like in the thing with the entire crowd, and then like he was talking about like, hey, come on out, horse, and then I guess like that he was using that horse's bait to lure
Right.
it down, and then like it's just like, oh
Because
fuck this, I'm gonna feed all y'all.
if you listen to the conversation that they have with the horse ranchers and everything, is
Hmm.
that like he's not interested in what the horse wants or whatever. It's like or what the horse is like. It's like, oh yeah, whatever. So it's
Mhm.
like, oh no, we're gonna feed this horse um to a giant alien thing or whatever. So,
Right. And then it was like, so I guess it spent those days digesting, and it was just like living as a cloud and stuff like that. Because I
yeah,
mean I honestly, it did genuinely disturb me when like because at the beginning of the movie we see inside of its mouth, and it's just
right.
like we don't know what it is. Like we're
Yeah,
just seeing like
yeah.
this dude
We just like zoom into it and we see the old like what do you call those things? It's not.
skulls.
Yeah, it's not. No. The not the film.
Oh yeah, the film. Yeah, yeah.
I completely forgot what it was called. It was a something
The real.
scope or whatever. Um,
Oh yeah.
but yeah. Definitely very weird. Like definitely one of the like cooler like creature designs I've seen in a long time.
Yeah, evil space jellyfish
Yeah.
motherfucker. Oh, yeah. That
Because
was yeah.
for the majority of the movie, it just kind of looks like a UFO, but with more fleshy, I guess. Um,
Yeah, like when it comes down to chasing the horses, when he's like when Daniel Kaluuya. I remember I tricked some people. Like I tricked our friend Sydney when she was going into. I was like, oh yeah, this is a sequel to Get Out. Like he's the same character in the movie from that movie, and it's just like it's just like it's just yeah. So, but it's just Yeah, that whole scene where it came down, I was like, wow, it's just a UFO that looks that way. So I was wondering if it was going to change it all. So I'm
Yeah.
glad that they made it change shape into that
I
jellyfish
think it
thing.
changed shape because of because like when it's like chasing Angel and he got wrapped up in the tarp and the barbed wire. Like
Right.
I thought it changed shape because it ate the barbed wire.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Because it was trying to get out. Because it ate that the flags earlier, and it was
yeah,
like, oh yeah, let me. I don't like this stuff, so let me just spit that out. It's like my whole thing was like, let's fucking have someone put some grenades somewhere. Like to me, I guess I know that their whole thing was they're trying to get it to like they're trying to just get footage of it for
right,
whatever reason. And for me, I'm just like so tactical, like, okay, get your picture and blow it up. Like get
right.
your picture and blow it. It like ate like a fucking family of like it ate a
Yeah,
whole
yeah.
crowd of people. Like, what the
Which
fuck? Like,
I guess they did kind of blow it up or whatever, like messed up its insides with the
that
giant
was so
balloon.
yeah, the fucking giant balloon. And it's like, how did you know that was gonna kill it? Like, okay. Like I mean I like isn't it just the equivalent of a balloon popping? Did it choke to death? Is that
I
what
don't know,
happened?
maybe because like yeah, it's just like rubber and plastic or whatever, and that would like probably fuck it up.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. Yeah. It
But
was
anyway, yeah, nope. Very very interesting movie about aliens and junk.
yeah.
I'm gonna remove the spoiler tag now.
It's
Um,
called the UFO.
the UFO.
Jean jacket. Okay, Jean. Okay, I was looking up
Yeah,
what it
yeah,
was.
yeah, yeah.
I was on the Alien Wikipedia because, like, after the movie comes, I like always go to Alien Wikipedia because there's a Wikipedia for everything, and I just wanted to see what it was classified as and stuff like that. So I was like, oh,
Yeah. All right. Next thing, let's talk about. Well, I guess I'll talk about Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous season 5, which was the last season. Um,
oh yeah, the
yeah,
one where
which
they got woke on you. I
yeah, a
saw
lot of
that
people
clip.
got upset.
Yeah, I
But
know. I saw parents get upset.
yeah, but uh, it was still more natural than the other relationship that happened.
What other relation? How
Oh,
dare they fucking tie and Sora me again?
yeah, with
You
Brooklyn
bitches.
and Kenji. Um,
Brooklyn and Kenji, but he's too old for her. He's too old for her. What the fuck? That's stupid. Fuck them.
yeah, I will say that season 5 was better than season 4.
It better
Because
be.
season 4 got really weird with the mind control stuff, but they kind of use it well in season 5. Um,
Hmm.
and also like the kids like actually like you like
Hmm.
get home in this season. So um
Good.
unfortunately they'll realize like years later because like this series takes place like I want to say like in a span of like a year or so, um because it happens like after the Jurassic World incident, and then uh during the very beginning of Fallen Kingdom when they're getting that Indominus Rex DNA
Right.
from the rib or whatever,
Right.
which that comes in later, like 3 years later or whatever. um
Uh huh.
so this I did like what they did in this season because they do sort of an epilogue in the final season or the final
Right.
episode, uh
Hmm.
where there is a bit of a time skip,
Ooh. Okay.
which is nice. I thought that was nice. um
Hmm.
uh and it does kind of leave it a little open-ended since like at that point in time that's when dinosaurs start coming into the mainland.
Oh
um
yeah. True.
yeah. It's funny because
Hmm.
Darius or he's like
Who does Darius get with?
nobody.
Nobody. Wow. Are you surprised? You fucking surprised? Fuck this show. Fuck this bitch ass show. Why does the brother get left out every single time? He had a freaking lovely bisexual pink haired girl interested, but no, gotta give it to someone else. Fuck this show. I hate this show. I'm never watching it. Fuck this
He's too
piece of
nerdy to get
shit.
somebody.
He's too nerdy. Wow, wow. You could have given him a girl or something like that. Like, oh, this dinosaur. Okay, wait. How old is fucking what's her name? Maisie. How old is Maisie?
Maisie? I don't know.
Darius and Maisie. OTP. Ship it. She's a dinosaur. He's a dinosaur guy. There you go. Okay. Give the
Yeah,
brother some love. What the
because
fuck?
I think they could do more with dinosaurs on the mainland. Because like after like they get off the island and everything, everybody's kind of like in separate areas. Um,
Hmm.
so they could do something with the dinosaurs on the mainland. Um,
Right.
I'm not sure if they would go back to the same cast though, but I would like to see
No,
more.
exactly. Exactly. Exactly.
Um,
Hopefully they do more. Well, no, actually, I don't hope they do more. I hope this show fucking goes away. I don't like this show anymore. This show can fuck off. Fuck that show. Piece of
um,
shit.
let's go to the next show. Harley Quinn had its season premiere with three episodes.
Yeah. Good. Good show.
Yeah, it's a very fun show. I keep
Bane's still the best character in that show.
yeah,
God
yeah.
damn it.
I keep forgetting that with this show is like, oh yeah, they banished the Justice League, so that they're just not around. It's just
Right,
Batman.
exactly. Yeah, the Justice League is just like they're gone somewhere. Like I forgot about that. But yeah, it's good. It's good that they bring in like a bunch of like villains who people have to like Google. Is like, is that a real villain? And it's like, oh
Yeah,
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 yeah. The friggin' like a Kite Man's girlfriend. Like she was in some stuff before, and I was like, I know her from something. I was like, oh, it's her. So I was like, but I didn't know who the character was specifically, but I think I have seen them before. So I love when they do that. I love when they
yeah.
take characters
I
like
love
that.
what they did with the Nightwing in this.
Oh yeah, he's
That was
just a
funny.
fucking edge lord.
Yeah.
Oh god, that was
I
great.
like how they made fun of the Titan show, where it's like,
Hmm.
like fuck Batman. It's like fuck the macaroni.
Yeah, right, exactly. Fuck the macaroni. Fuck this. Like, I can't handle this. I'm gonna die. It's like, wow, dude, you literally just wait 5 minutes and we can die. No, it's too soon. It's shit like that. That was I love that. He cracked me up. Like I love Nightwing in this. Yeah, so it's like it looks like it's picking up to be a good show that like they got Ivy and Harley together and stuff like that. So that's good. Joker's back to being Joker,
Mhm.
all the stuff you expect. And so like the Jason Todd thing, I thought they were gonna lead into some, but then he was a dancer. I was like, oh, okay, so that's interesting. So I'm really curious what they're gonna do this season. Like I'm super excited for it.
Yeah. Um.
Mm.
All right. Helluva Boss had its season premiere. The first
I didn't
episode.
watch that because the part what you call it? Did part two of the finale ever come out?
I believe so.
It's not on the channel.
Wait, was there a two-part finale for season one, or is
Yeah,
it just like one thing?
no, it was a two-part thing because it said finale part one.
Huh.
So like I didn't watch the second one because I figured like, oh, did I miss that one? Did it get taken down or something?
I don't know.
Finale
I
part
don't
two.
remember,
Let me
but
look
I
it.
know at least for this season premiere, it's more of a flashback.
Oh, okay.
Because it's like Stolas and Blitzo as kids and how they met. Um, and then like later and
Hmm.
how they met with that. Um, so yeah. But it was cute though. I like the them as kids in this episode,
Okay.
because that's like the first like half of the episode was is them as kids. Um,
Oh, okay. Cool.
but yeah,
Well, that's
it's
cool to know.
yeah, it still looks as good as ever for like a YouTube series.
Yeah. Where is part
It's
two of the
like,
finale?
oh, the
Shit.
chat's saying that they delayed the second part.
Well, I can't watch
Okay.
season two if they delayed the second part. What the fuck? That's just silly. I could miss an integral part that I could go into. This is going to be like on Friday when a bunch of people start watching the Rise of the TMNT movie and they haven't watched the show, and I'm just going to look on them like, I swear, if Saber does a video
Oh,
on it,
he's
I'm
probably
just going to stare
yeah,
his.
he has that on his schedule. like
I'm gonna fucking
like
like,
because
I'm gonna mean mug his ass.
I want to binge like all of Rise of TMNT before I watch the movie.
Yeah, you should. You should. I know. I'm just gonna like mean mug Saber this entire week when he's doing. He's just like, yes, go on, explain, explain. I'm just. Oh,
uh,
oh yeah.
all right. The next thing, let's go to trailers and stuff. These are a bunch of Comic-Con trailers. Um, so the first one is Dungeons and Dragons, Honor Among Thieves.
Yeah, I didn't see that.
Which
Is that
it looks pretty interesting. It looks better
does
than
it
what.
have that guy from the first movie?
No, no.
Come on.
It looks better than that whatever movie that was.
Okay.
Because it feels more like a D&D like party. From the way the trailer looks with all the different characters and stuff with Chris Pine and Justice Smith and that one lady that got fired from Disney.
What's the MMA girl?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
At
Yeah,
least
I
I
forget her
believe it's
name.
her. It looks like her.
Gina Carano.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Um,
Mm.
but it looks like, oh yeah, this seems like a party of like people who are actually playing D&D. And
Okay.
there's a lot of um like references to the different creatures and stuff that are in D&D that I saw, and I don't even play D&D. I only know it vaguely. So I was seeing some things in there. I was like, oh, I know those things.
Okay.
So it does look pretty interesting.
Oh, cool. Cool, cool, cool.
Um, and that is coming out in March in theaters. So
Mm-hmm. Ah, okay. Well, let's see.
um, next thing,
No, it's
I
Michelle Rodriguez. Okay, not Gina Carano.
oh, it's Michelle. Okay, not Gina Carano. Okay,
Okay.
for some reason I was thinking it was her. Um,
Okay.
I Am Groot. That is coming
I am
out
Groot.
uh August 10th, so next week. It's a
August 10th. All right, nice.
series of shorts. I saw the trailer. It looks pretty funny. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so like that's the next like MCU thing that comes out is I Am Groot the shorts.
Right. Exactly. I am Groot. I am Groot. All right. Yeah. I mean, yeah. It looks cute. I guess. She-Hulk looks fine, but they make Hulk into a bitch like usual. So it's just
Yeah.
fucking Hulk. Blah blah blah.
All right.
Sandman.
All right. Next thing. Let's see. John Wick.
John Wick.
John Wick Chapter 4.
I like that they have 4 in the title.
like they're actually going numbered sequels.
Yeah, they need to stop. I don't know why. I know why, but it's just such a stupid, lazy reason to me. Where it's just like, oh well, you see, the Main Street populace would, if they see that there's a number, then they won't go see this movie because they'll think they have to see this one. But then
It's the same
otherwise, it's
thing
just like,
with video games. They do that too.
I know, but it's so dumb. It's
Yeah.
so dumb. It's just like, are you telling me you did watch this? So like with Fast
It
8,
makes more
F9.
sense when there's like, oh yeah, this is going to be like a reboot or something. But
Yeah, a reboot it works.
yeah,
But a sequel, just name it. Just name it like 1, 2, 3,
yeah, or at
4,
least have like
5.
a subtitle or something. Um,
They all have sub. I hate the subtitles. They're so they piss me off now. I like it's just like Thor 4. It could have had Thor 4, but no, it was Thor whatever. You know, I'm getting past myself. John Wick Chapter 4. I still haven't seen part 3. I need to see
I still
part
haven't
3.
seen 2 or 3, so I need to see those.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Shazam: Fury of the Gods.
Yeah, more like Shazam when you see that one girl, Mary Marvel, in there with her thighs and the fucking she was good. I mean, I like the costume much better than the first movie because the first movie that suit was so fake, like the way
Yeah.
his like muscles looked. I was just like, oh god. But uh, overall, it just seemed like pretty plain. Just like, this is a
Yeah.
superhero movie, Shazam. It doesn't look like anything grabbing. Like I think that's just the problem with like oversaturation at this point, where it's
Right.
just like, oh yeah, if I saw this like a decade ago, I'd be like shitting my pants. But the fact that it's just like, it's just I'm seeing this in so many different ways.
Yeah. It's coming out on Christmas. Um.
Nice.
Next, the Sandman, which is based on
Yeah.
a DC comics, which
DC
yeah,
property
yeah.
with the one above all, God.
Oh.
Yeah, the sand. Yeah, because the not the one above all. The wait, is it the presence? The presence. The presence. Okay, that's who is in DC. From what I remember, the Sandman has all these different characters in there that like are just like stupidly overpowered. Like from
Mhm.
what I remember, like a lot of these characters are like outer dimensional beings that do like stupid concepts that are just like really really insane. And like I remember just thinking like, oh, this is too OP and I can't like focus on it. But yeah, it's like it seems interesting. I haven't seen the trailer for it, but I've seen like pictures for it, so hopefully it's good. Like I wonder if Lucifer's in it, like because Lucifer is the one of the most powerful beings in DC, so like that'll be interesting because and he plays a role. So
Hmm.
I don't know. That'll be very, very interesting.
Yeah, it's interesting that this is coming out on Netflix and not HBO Max. So
Right?
yeah.
Or Amazon Prime.
Um. Then next we have that trailer of She-Hulk.
Yeah. Well, I didn't watch it. The first one sold me.
Yeah.
All I saw was that like big Hulk's doing yoga poses, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, there is a tease at the end of this trailer of like certain someone that might show up. Where like, oh, that's
Okay.
interesting.
Oh, cool.
So yeah, I'm interested in seeing this. It seems like they're also doing a thing with She-Hulk, which from what I've heard is that She-Hulk did it before Deadpool,
Oh
was like
yeah.
fourth wall, like talking to the audience.
Oh yeah. I remember that. Yeah. Mm,
So
I
that's
believe.
coming out this month. It comes out August 17th.
Nice, nice, nice.
Is that gonna be before? Oh, that's gonna be after the next podcast. Okay. Um.
Okay.
Uh. All right. Then well the big trailer that came out at Comic-Con was Black Panther: Wakanda Forever.
Yeah, the emotional one.
Yeah.
Yeah. A part of me, like, I look at that trailer and it's freaking beautiful, but a part of me, again, is just like, it saddens me that they had to actively kill off T'Challa and like he barely had any time. Like it's like he got killed off, quote unquote, in his own movie when he like got killed by Killmonger. He got killed off by Thanos briefly, and now
Mhm.
it's like he got killed off screen, and a part of me is still very very mixed on that. Like I'm very curious at how it's going. Like I'm not, I thought the trailer like was very very emotional and like powerful and stuff like that, but overall a part of me still goes like I know Chadwick Boseman, God rest in peace, like to him, like he was such a phenomenal actor and did do that role. But like to say that like no one else could do that role, I think is disingenuous when we've had like so many Spider-Men, so many Batman, so many other things.
Yeah.
Like I feel like it just, I feel like you could have, but I'm very, I have to see how they do the movie. Like I have to see how they do the movie because I know they're probably hinting that like Shuri will be the Black Panther like she was in the comic books, but like a part of me is still like I kind of want to see what T'Challa had to go for him. But okay, we'll see, we'll see.
Yeah. Because
Mm-hmm.
they don't show like who is in the suit.
Mm-hmm.
They only show
Yeah,
like
we don't know. We don't know.
briefly, like
Yeah,
the suit and everything, and then we see the Atlanteans in this.
yeah. We see the lantern. They look like fucking like Navi with
Yeah,
their blue skin and stuff like
it's
that.
funny because like when I saw that, I was like, this is coming out first before Avatar 2. So
Right.
are people going to call Avatar 2 a ripoff of Wakanda Forever?
Wow. If they they must be. They would really have to be like
That'd be hilarious. Like
newborns.
it's like all in the water and everything too. It's like, oh.
Mm. Yeah, no, exactly. It's like that would be like newborns or something like that. That's very curious. Like it's like 1 month prior, but yeah. I mean, those look cool. That looks cool. Trailer, I will say, is very very powerful, but like yeah, overall I'm cautiously optimistic. That's how I
Yeah.
put it. Mm.
Yeah, we'll see when it comes out in November.
Right.
Um all right, now some other trailers. Um so Halloween Ends. Speaking of reboots
Yeah.
and stuff. Um
Requels as they call them.
requels, yeah.
Mm. Right. So, that is, I mean, it looks fine. We saw what happened at the end of that last movie where he went Super Saiyan and fucked up that town. So I'm
Yeah,
just
yeah.
curious what's going to happen now. Really, really curious how that is going to go. I just want to see if he gets, because like a part of me is just like, okay, the only way to really kill him, it seems at this point, is decapitation or cut his body up into pieces, and they've never done that. So I mean, they attempted to with H2O, but that was a fake Michael Myers. So I'm very curious how they're going to finish it off, or if they just leave him alive. It's like, oh yeah, we have to keep the series running. So I'm curious, though, very curious.
Did Halloween Kills come out last year?
Last year.
Oh,
because we watched it last year together with
okay.
Laura.
Yeah, I couldn't remember if like it came out last year or not.
Right, no, because that whole COVID year made things a blip, because it was supposed to come out a year after Halloween 2018, I believe, but then like they had to keep delaying it for a bunch of stuff. So,
all right. Next thing, House of Dragons had its full trailer.
I still haven't seen that either, just because I was like, Game of Thrones, you hurt too many people.
Yeah, I mean, at least the dragons look cool in this. I don't really care about anything else that's in this. But yeah, I'm not sure if I'm too interested in watching it though.
Right.
Especially just after what Game of Thrones did. So
no, exactly. Well, it's like that whole fucking Andor show, right? Like, I have no interest to watch that, and it's just like it looks. I'll say this: the Andor trailer looks amazing.
Yeah.
I just do not care about Rogue One like that or that character, so it does not appeal to me. So I'm just not interested in it. So
right.
Yeah. Hopefully it's good.
Next trailer, Pinocchio. Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio.
Oh yeah, that looks cool.
Yeah, it does.
I like the design aesthetic.
That's coming out in December.
I love how those trailers. I love how there's always like one character that was like so standoutish from like previous versions that you're waiting to see their interpretation of it. Like with Monstro, you just see his eye, and it's like, I want to see what Monstro looks like. What is Monstro like? He's got to be scary as shit. Like, oh god. So yeah.
I'm wondering if hello.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Oh, sorry. I was hearing myself for a minute.
Okay.
But I'm wondering with this, we've got like what 3 Pinocchio movies that came out this year. Because there's that one, the weird Pauly Shore one.
Like, oh no, what are you doing? That one, yeah.
And then there's the live action Pinocchio from Disney that's coming out on Disney Plus, which I think that comes out next month.
Right.
In September. And then there's this one in December, which is probably going to be the best one of those 3.
Yeah, hopefully so. Guillermo, I trust Guillermo.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Then we got Little Demon, which is a new adult show on FX, adult animated show on FX, starring Danny DeVito and what is it, Lucy DeVito? Is it his daughter or granddaughter? I'm not sure.
Lucy DeVito. I didn't even know he had I know he had family. I didn't know his family acted. Oh, yeah, Lucy DeVito.
I'm not sure of the relation.
Yeah, Lucy DeVito. So someone that's his whatchamacallit. She is best known for her role as this. Parents. That's her dad.
Okay, so Danny DeVito's daughter then. That's in this. But basically it's a girl who's the daughter of Satan, which
has done on Adult Swim.
Yeah, but it hasn't been done before. Yeah, Lucy, daughter of the devil.
Yeah. Is that the same character? Is that the same character from the show?
No, this is completely different.
Okay. But their names are still Lucy. Like, what the fuck? Are you serious?
No, that's the actress's name.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, okay. Like, okay.
Yeah. But looks interesting. I think it has like some Rick and Morty people on it, so we'll see.
So they're gonna talk in the stutter.
It doesn't sound like it from the way this sounds.
Okay.
All right. Next thing. Okay, you were just talking about this Andor. Yeah, I saw the trailer. Trailer looks interesting. It looks like it's going to be an interesting show, but it's hard for me to care about it.
No, I did not care for Rogue One like that. Like, it's just the thing is, like, Boba Fett and Mandalorian, they look cool. Like, they're cool in armor, and it's just like so this is my preference. Like with Mandalorian, I was like, oh shit, it's like a Boba Fett show. And I'm like, oh, I'll fucking watch that. Then the Boba Fett show came out. I was like, oh, it's a Boba Fett show. It was shit, but it was a Boba Fett show. And then I was like, Obi-Wan. Oh fuck, Obi-Wan, a prequel thing. I fucking have like past stuff too, lightsabers, stuff like that. Andor, it's just like that one dude from Rogue One. Okay, yeah, this entire thing looks beautiful and stuff, but I'm not personally invested.
I like what Arthur throws in this. Does everybody even remember who Andor
I
even
have no
is?
idea
Yeah,
who he
yeah,
was.
yeah. Because like when that was announced that was gonna be a show, I was like, is that a place? like
Right.
it sounds like a Star Wars place, not a character.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. It sounds like a Star Wars place, not the character. So weird. Hmm.
Um.
Hmm.
All right. Uh, last trailer we have here. Um. Cars on the Road. Um.
I didn't see that.
Yeah. This is gonna be a series based on Cars. Um. The Pixar series, which it looks interesting. I watched the trailer earlier. Seems like it's the kind of direction they should go with Cars. It's like they have Lightning McQueen and Mater like on a road trip type of deal.
Oh,
And like
okay.
each episode is them like doing a different thing on the road.
Hmm. Right.
And they have some interesting designs here with like a monster truck and also like those like Truckosaurus things. I always like remember The
Right.
Simpsons with that. Like
Right.
yeah, like there's one of those that's in the trailer. I was like, oh, that's neat.
Oh, cool. That's awesome.
So and it looks good. Like I believe like Pixar is animating this, so
Hmm.
at least it'll look very good.
Yeah. Good. Well, that's good to know.
Um, and that'll be like 9 episodes coming out. I don't know if they're shorts or like full episodes. They didn't like specify what they were as far as in the
Okay.
trailer. I don't know if it was specified elsewhere, but it's coming out September 8th.
Hmm.
Um,
Hmm.
says it's a series of 10 or 11 minute long shorts like Baymax. Okay. Um,
Nice.
all right. Oh yeah, there was one more trailer. Cyberpunk Edgerunners. They had like a full trailer of that. There was a teaser before, but now we have a full trailer. It's coming out September on Netflix. Um, I don't
Hmm.
know like anything much about Cyberpunk 2077. I haven't played the game. But this looks
Right.
way better than anything I've seen of the game. Cause
Okay.
like it's Studio Trigger. Like
Hmm.
working with like a cyberpunk city and everything, and it's like things are all like weird going around and bullets flying everywhere. Um,
Right.
so if anything, this is definitely gonna be animated very well because it's Trigger. Um,
Okay.
and very very interesting character designs and everything. Uh,
Hmm.
so it, if anything, like Cyberpunk 2077 will be remembered for this anime, uh, and also being broken
Hmm.
on launch. Um,
Nice. Nice.
then last couple things here we'll go over. First, we'll go over all the different Marvel and DC announcements that were at Comic Con.
Ooh,
So I'll
yeah.
bring them
Get
up
your
here.
popcorn, kiddos.
So we got let's see, Marvel animation panel announcements. Um, there's the I Am Groot thing. We got that. Spider-Man freshman year. They showed some concept art and stuff. Or key art of the different characters that'll be on it, and it looks very much like the comics. With how
It
it
does look
looks.
like a
Yeah.
comic, which makes me wonder: is it like even connected to the MCU?
I don't think it is because they have like characters in there that are like, well, we already have a character in the MCU for this, but
Right? Yeah, exactly. Like Scorpion's already in his suit,
yeah,
apparently.
and
So it's just like,
you
yeah,
see
what the
like
fuck?
Doc Ock and like his classic look. I was like, oh,
Okay, so it's like, yeah, hopefully it's good. And then like they were saying, like, oh, Tom Holland won't be voicing him. And it's like, okay, that's fine. Like, get Josh Keaton or Yuri Lowenthal. Like either one of those. Like those are the two that I'm just like, if you get those, I'll watch anything if he's Spider Man.
yeah. Um,
Hmm.
we got What If season 2. That's just gonna come out sometime next year. Um,
Uh-huh.
and it says there's a season 3 already in the works as well.
Oh,
Um,
sheesh.
so that'll be interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Marvel Zombies.
Yeah,
Which
I
is
wonder
going.
if that's TVMA, right?
Yeah, it's gonna be the first TVMA.
Is it
From
live action or animated?
it's animated because these are on the animated thing, so it's gonna be an animated TVMA thing.
Oh, cool. Cool.
Yeah.
That'll be violent.
Um,
Very
then we
violent.
have X-Men '97, which is in the style of you know the
90s
original
one,
'90s
yeah.
X-Men.
Right. Yeah. So
That's going to premiere next year.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Warner Brothers theatrical panel announcements. So he's got Shazam, Black Adam. Is that it?
I think so. Shit. Was that it?
Like, did they say anything about Aquaman coming out, or?
They said Ben Affleck's gonna be in Aquaman too.
Oh.
As Batman. So like he still is doing Batman stuff. Hmm. So that's
yeah,
interesting.
Yeah. Let me see here. I got the two calendars here for phase 4 and phase 5 and phase 6 stuff. So phase 5 Marvel MCU stuff we got, which is this stuff's just coming soon because like so after Black Panther Wakanda Forever, that's gonna be the end of phase 4.
Right.
Because we got She-Hulk coming out, and then it's going to be Black Panther. So the start of phase 5 is going to be Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. And supposedly that's when we're first going to see Kang again theatrically.
Yeah, Kang. Isn't he supposed to be the main villain of that?
Yeah, supposedly.
Okay.
Then we have Secret Invasion, which is going to be a show.
Mm-hmm.
And Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 in May. The Echo series in summer. Loki Season 2 in summer. The Marvels in July. Blade in November. Ironheart in fall.
Right.
Then Agatha Coven of Chaos in winter, either 2023 winter or 24 like that January or February.
Right.
Then Daredevil Born Again, spring of 2024.
Season 4.
Yeah,
there we
then
go.
Captain America New World Order in 2024. And then Thunderbolts.
Yeah, the Thunderbolts, they're finally doing that. That's like the
2024.
Yeah. It'd be good. We'll get Red Hulk. Red Hulk, the Thunderbolts is like sort of like the Suicide Squad, but for Marvel villains. So, but they're not like I don't think they're like they don't have anything on them that could like kill them, but like it's a bunch of like villain stuff like Red Hulk and then like US agent and stuff like that. So like they've been building up to that for a little bit. So like that'll be interesting.
Okay.
But it is, I will say, looking at all this stuff back to back, it is sort of overwhelming.
Oh yeah, it is. Like I'm like, oh okay.
You have to stay alive this long. You have to watch this stuff and
all right,
this
and
stuff.
then in the phase 6 stuff, we only know 3 things, but we already know there's some stuff that's announced that we just don't know where they're going to be.
Right.
Like Fantastic Four, it has a date for that being November of 2024. And then we have 2 Avengers movies coming out in 2025. I completely believe that one of those is going to be pushed into 2026.
Yeah, exactly. There's no way that there's 2 movies coming out.
I don't think they're going to do 2 Avengers movies in 1 year.
That would be silly.
Yeah. Because they would do like the Kang Dynasty 1 year and then Secret Wars the next year, kind of like they did Infinity War and Endgame.
Yeah, unless they're like completely with different casts of people, which I doubt because they're the Avengers film. So it's just like,
right.
Yeah. So yeah, hopefully it's good. But right now it's just like, okay, chill.
Yeah.
Just calm down. All right. Like
the other things
I'm good.
Yeah, the other things that don't have dates are Armor Wars, Shang-Chi 2. Let's see, Ms. Marvel Season 2, Spider-Man 4, and Doctor Strange 3.
Okay. Spider-Man 4 with like Toby or Spider-Man 4 with Tom?
Tom?
Okay. I'm curious. That'd be cool. If they did a Spider-Man 4 with Toby, that'd be like really hype.
Yeah. We just have to see what Sony would do with that.
Right. Oh, hopefully.
All right. So, last thing before we move on to Q&A. Something weird happened last week.
Oh yeah.
The complete animatic for Gendy's Popeye leaked.
Oh yeah. The complete animatic leak, quote unquote leaked. You think it was like a Deadpool type leak? Hint, hint, nudge, nudge.
I don't know, because the weird thing is that it had been uploaded earlier than that. Like it was like on June 23rd when it was uploaded, and then somebody found it and they're like, "Oh, what the?"
Yeah, yeah. That's what usually happens with the stuff. Because I know
Yeah,
like the whole thing is just like that. That is very very curious. Because it's just like I wonder if Gendy still wants to like do something with it, and then like, oh, I'll just put it on my burner account and blah 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 blah. Like
yeah.
with Ryan Reynolds and
I doubt.
Deadpool.
Yeah, I doubt he would do it though. Because like he's already got like so
Oh
much
yeah,
going
he's
on.
under
Yeah,
contract.
he's got so much going on with uh well, Warner Brothers right now with like all the Cartoon Network and all the stuff he's doing for that. Um,
Right, right.
but yeah, yeah, I watched it like before it got taken down. Um,
Hmm.
like yeah,
Was it good?
yeah, I think it was good. Like
Okay.
there's some things about the story that it could have done better, but like overall, I think it was like a great like Popeye movie. Definitely better than the weird Robin Williams one. Uh,
Oh, okay. I was about to ask that. The Robin
yeah.
Williams one.
But I think it could have been a good movie. It definitely would have been like one of Sony's better movies when it came out because this was before Spider-Verse and everything. Um,
Right, right, right.
uh, but yeah, it could have been a good movie. Um,
Okay.
so
Well, now we have animators.
yeah,
So if any animators,
I'm disappointed that it didn't come to fruition. Because like most of like the dialogue and everything had been recorded by the people who would have been recording the dialogue. Because like Tom Kenny is like Popeye throughout the majority of the movie in that animatic.
majority they change him.
Yeah, there's a couple of placeholder voices,
Uh-huh.
but it's only in very short scenes. Um,
Okay.
like the throughout the majority of this animatic, it's completely Tom Kenny. Um,
Okay.
and then like Olive's Oil voice changes from Grey Griffin to like another voice actress,
Mm-hmm.
at points. But
Okay.
overall, I really enjoyed it, and I thought it had a sweet like story to it as well, like a sweet moral to it. Um,
Okay.
like you know that whole thing with Popeye being like I am what I am, like
Right.
like it's kind of
Am
like
what I
that.
am.
Is that kind of like that kind of lesson? Um,
Okay. Oh, good, good. That's awesome.
uh, the only thing I would say, as far as like this animatic goes, is that I'm kind of disappointed that Bluto wasn't as big of a big of a part of the story as he could have been.
Oh yeah, he's supposed
Because
to be like his fucking fight. He's supposed to
yeah,
be like
because
the
like
one.
there's sort of this other like witch antagonist that's in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
But like Bluto is like very funny in the movie. Like
Right.
all of his scenes are pretty funny.
Mm-hmm.
And like even
Okay.
with the animatic, you could tell that the animation would have been like really good with Bluto. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and also like the way Olive Oil like moves and everything. Like there's this one storyboard artist that had worked on the animatic that did a lot of the action scenes, so you can see like it move a lot faster. Um,
Right.
but yeah, very disappointed that Sony didn't keep doing this. For according to Gendy, like when he had the call about Popeye and everything. Um, I think it was like what Amy Pascal was like head of Sony at the time. Um,
Right.
I'm not sure if she still is. But
Okay.
it's like that. She said, "Yeah, it's really great, but we don't like Popeye." or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It's something like
Right.
that. It's like they just don't like Popeye, so they don't want to make it.
Aw. See that
So
that see that's always sucky when you have like someone's like, oh, we just don't care for Popeye like that. So you just go to someone else, and it's just like hey, you can't find someone else, and it's just like,
yeah,
oh, damn. Well, hopefully one day it might get its chance.
yeah. Hopefully it might get a it probably won't be like the same kind of story, but like hopefully Popeye does get another like theatrical like animated movie someday.
Right. They need to do a Zootopia story on the collars. Just
Oh
one
yeah.
day. They just need to do the collar story from Zootopia. I think that would be like a cool fucked up story. Uh
All right, let's go to Q&A. So if you want any of your questions answered, you can either send a super chat or ask us on Twitter. We have one super chat so far from Dale18 asking, "What's a board/card game you would like to recommend?"
uh
Hmm.
board/card game. I mean, $1 Million Butt is a fun card game.
Oh yeah, we were playing that at MomoCon.
Yeah, it's just literally a game where it's like $1 million butt, and then like they give you a scenario and would you do it for $1 million, and like they could be funny. So I think that's like a fun one to play.
Right. Um, I have a card game over there. Yeah. From Cyanide and Happiness. It's like it's like you build your own like Cyanide and Happiness comic, and it's called
Oh yeah,
It's called Joking Hazard. Yeah, I think you played that with us.
yeah, I
When
did. We played it at Savers once.
yeah,
Hmm.
but
Back in
yeah, that was pretty fun.
2017. That was a fun game.
All right, let's
Hmm.
see what's on Twitter here. Um, question for Jax. I was
Yes.
wondering if you read a manga called Kuku Tekken Den Tough and its sequels, or Tekken Den Tough and its sequels. If so, do you like it?
No, I haven't. I'll go check it out. Cuckoo. Oh, let me see. I have no idea what that is. So yeah, I'll have to look it up. Have not read it.
That was from Disco Elwood. From the
Mm,
Retro Kid
okay.
asking, question for you and Jax. What are your thoughts on the new Powerpuff Girls series having a bigger, longer story in the PPG universe as being a story-focused series? Um,
Wait, he said it's a story focused series. That's fucking hype.
yeah, that'd be cool. Cause like
Yeah.
I imagine it would be more in the tone of the movie then, because yeah,
Yeah, I guess
the
so.
movie was more like that, and I would love more stuff like the movie because the movie's great.
Yeah, the movie is more like that, and then I guess it would make the girls' powers more consistent. I guess then they couldn't just be Toon Forcey like they were before. So I mean, yeah, that'd be interesting. Very interesting. Hmm.
Disco Elwood asking, a topic was trending for a few days straight. My question is, what do you do to cope after looking up bad subject matter?
Oh, I literally will find all the stuff to clean my fucking brain out. So like, first off, what I do, I go on fucking my phone or on Google Chrome, and then I type in like all the stuff I don't want to fucking see. So like it's like a fucking site called like where is it? What is it called? Block, not block site, Tumblr Savior, Spoiler Protection 2.0. Spoiler Protection 2.0. So like what I do is like I put that on and I just put in a bunch of subject matter I don't want to see anything about, and I'll like put up like a block thing. So like I just like am just ignoring it because it's just like if I can't change the subject, it just makes me more frustrated. So I do that. And then like I take like a decompression and like do stuff that makes me laugh. Like right now I have like a whole YouTube playlist for stuff that makes me laugh when I want to, or like
Hmm.
I'll do stuff that I enjoy. Like, oh, I'm gonna watch this movie I really like. I'm gonna watch a show I really like. I'm gonna rewatch this. Like, I keep my mind off it. I do stuff that makes me feel better and puts me in a better mood and makes me chipper. And then, like, sometimes I'll go, hey, you know what? I want a pizza today. I want a pizza and a ginger beer and something like that. I'm gonna sit at home and watch TV, and I'm gonna like just vibe out for the rest of the day. Then tomorrow I'll get back into what I need to do. But this little decompression will be very regenerative for me. So that's how I look at it most of the
Hmm.
time.
Um,
Mm.
Nathaniel Foga
Mm.
asking, have you guys ever seen a movie where you had a theater all to yourself? Oh yeah, all the time.
Yeah.
Like if it's
Well,
not a very popular movie or it's a movie that's like you can tell it's not gonna do very well, like I'm usually there alone.
right. No, I've seen that. Like I remember I got to see Frozen in the theater all by myself, and I got to
Really?
run around dance. Yeah, I got to like dance in the theater when the Let It Go song came out. So that was funny. So that was like way back in the days. But like nowadays, I mean, I have had a couple, but it hasn't been like so numerous because I do like see a bunch of stuff like because I go at the time of day where it's like around whatchamacallit. I go yeah, it's like around 3 p.m. sometimes or 2 p.m. So like early day, and it's just like okay, I don't need to worry about any of that stuff.
Mm.
Hmm.
Let's see, we already talked about the Popeye thing. See, yesterday was George Jetson's birthday. He was born on July 31st, 2022. What are you gonna do to say to his on his milestone? I feel like this is the new because I think somebody said it on Twitter. One artist friend of mine, Joey.
Mm.
He said like this is the new Back to the Future. Like this is the day that they traveled back to the future too, and Back to the Future too.
Right.
It seems
like way
like
back
this
in 2015.
Yeah, I think like this George Jetson's birthday thing is the new that.
Yeah, it is. It is like that. Well, they've been doing that for years with like the Terminator stuff. Oh, this is when the T-100 did this and this blah, blah blah and all this other stuff. So, yeah, it's always when you have those futuristic properties, it just turns into that Harvey Birdman sketch. It's like we are far from the year of 2000 something, and then like Harvey Birdman looks down, it's like it's 2002, and it's just like okay, what are you talking about? So yeah, that's interesting.
Let's see, Ozio saying last week was the 15th anniversary of the Simpsons movie. What is your favorite movie from the film?
You said what was our favorite movie?
Favorite moment from the Simpsons movie.
Oh, when Bart shows his dick, because it caught me off guard. That caught me off guard. I was
that
so hard.
definitely caught my audience off guard when I saw that in theaters.
Yeah, because it's just like you're showing everything but that, and then all of a sudden just zooming on. And I was like,
Yeah.
how did you get away with that? And I was like, what was that movie rated? Like PG-13?
I think so.
Yeah, so yeah, I did not know you could just show like a fucking little kid's dick right there.
Yeah, I did see this moment that was posted on Twitter of when Marge had taped over their wedding tape to tell like Homer that she was going to leave with the kids to help Springfield because they were like running away.
Right.
I was like, oh, I forgot like how touching that moment was.
Oh yeah, that was like a deep moment in the theater. Yeah. Yeah, it was. I mean, the Simpsons movie was a good movie. It was a good movie.
Let's see. From let's see, Arthur Churro asking, do you guys think that with Dwayne Johnson being in 2 movies this year, do you think that some actors are that are big like him need to be more selective about what movies they are cast in? I feel like Dwayne Johnson plays himself in too many films.
No, he does. He plays himself in every fucking movie.
Yeah.
Like literally every movie, he literally plays himself. Like Denzel Washington had a quote on this where he was like, I think because Jamie Foxx was talking to him about like how much why are you so selective with your properties and like your social media and stuff like that, and like he was like I think if you get too much water you'll drown, and it's just like you put yourself out there too much, like you get oversaturated, like you oversaturate things, and just sort of becomes like, oh yeah, they're doing this, but like if you become more mystique, it's like, oh, they're doing this and this. Because like I love The Rock, and I would geek out if I met The Rock, but he does play himself in every fucking movie, like every single movie, and it's just like, dude, you're good at playing yourself, but you're not like Batista, who changes up his role every time he acts and stuff like that. So it's just,
right.
Yeah, it does become a bit tiresome. Like even John Cena, when he plays his broy self, like he can change it up a bit. Like he was fucking Baron Draxum in Rise of the TMNT, so it was like he did a great job with that. So, so yeah,
it's funny guys. I was just thinking about this about like actors being like more selective about what they would be in. I was like,
right.
I was just randomly thinking the other day of movies in 2016, and there was that one movie. It was 2016 or 2017. Remember that one movie called 9 Lives about the cat played by Kevin Spacey?
Yeah.
I
Mhm.
was like, I was wondering. I was like, I wonder if they had the dirt on him, and that's why he played that movie.
Right, right. No, there are some movies like that where it's just like you owe us. You owe us for this. Like we could just put that out and it's just like, okay, fine. Because like there are sometimes there's like, why would you ever do this role? Why would you ever do this role? It's just like fuck, dude. Ugh.
And now when I see like some actors like being in some movies, like what dirt do they have on you? Like,
Yeah, exactly. It's just like what's going on here? Well, what did you do?
um,
Little liar.
let's see. You and your favorite pony character. Oh, I heard myself.
Oh, sorry.
Um, you and your favorite pony characters are trapped in the last video game you've played. What is said game? Twilight and I would be battling monsters in Monster Hunter Rise. What would one thing? And what would be one thing you would introduce to the pony world? I'd choose Yu-Gi-Oh. You and your favorite pony characters are trapped in the last video game you played.
So we're fighting Shredder. That's all I'm hearing. Me and Fluttershy are fighting Shredder.
The last thing I played was Stray.
Oh, the cat game.
Yeah, the
So
cat
you
game.
should,
Yeah, I get Fluttershy. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Fluttershy playing the cat game. Though I heard from a lot of cat lovers, the beginning made them go, I almost turned the entire game off. Or stuff like that. I almost turned the entire game off. Couldn't handle it.
Um, let's see. Then last thing from Brandon King here says, is there if there's any older unused cartoon property you'd like to see someone like Gendy tackle as a film, what do you pick? Any cartoon would work. Personally, I'd pick Hong Kong Phooey.
He could make an epic version of that. Gendy is like magic with most everything he touches. I don't think there's a bad What's a bad Gendy project besides Hotel Transylvania, like 3 and after 2?
I don't know. Because I'm trying to think of like something I would like Craig McCracken to tackle, because he hasn't done anything theatrical.
He did the Powerpuff Girls movie, right?
Oh yeah. Well, I mean original theatrical.
Oh, okay.
Because like Craig McCracken could definitely like do some kind of Hanna-Barbera property, kind of like,
Just all the characters that appeared in Powerpuff Girls as cameos.
right?
Yeah, so yeah, just do a movie on that. That'd be good.
Oh, dude. Kevin says, Gendy tackle SWAT cats.
Oh, SWAT! Oh,
cool.
fuck! He'd do a hype version of that.
Yeah.
Oh, or Dinosaurs. Nice.
Dinosaurs. That is something that I vaguely remember.
It's in the deepest subconscious.
Yeah.
Of the brain, visually. Dinosaurs.
All right. So that was the last question. Next podcast will be on the 15th. Hopefully we'll have more people there. I'll shame everybody into coming next time.
No, shame them all. I'll shame them. Baram you. Baram you. Was that quote from Babe?
Yeah.
You. Baram you.
All right. So we'll be here next time on the 15th. Bye, everybody.
I see all of them are green too. So bye, Rami. Bye, everybody.
Bye.